This is Mike Franklin, the property tax guy, and today I'm going to review the City of Syracuse Board of Assessment Review. The members on that board, I did a Freedom of Information Act request for their resumes. It's kind of funny. Last year I foiled the same thing and I got almost nothing. And this year, after having sued the City of Syracuse, I got another FOIL request. I got a much more comprehensive response this time, which is nice. Should have happened last year, but so we'll start off with Joseph Saya. He is the chairman of the Board of Assessment Review. Let's see, from 2010 to present, he was with the Sedgwick Group, Financial Services Managing Partner. I guess that's his own business. 2000, since he lives in the Sedgwick area. 2000 to 2010, Morgan Stanley Financial Advisor. 93 to present, Joseph J. Saya Real Estate Broker Owner. Real estate broker's license not renewed in 2022. So apparently he's not active in real estate anymore. And 2001 to present, he's been on the Syracuse Board of Assessment Review. And the rest of it is his education and activities. Now, he's had quite a few years of experience as a real estate broker, and so I would consider him to be qualified. However, he's been doing this since 2001, and he seems to have a heavy bias to rubber stamp the assessor. And I looked at the decisions. I don't know if it was 2 years ago, might have been 3. I don't believe that they gave a single reduction to any commercial property, none, and just a small number of residentials. Here's Carl Masterpool Murphy Agency, 1990 to present. Co-managed growing independent insurance agency, process sales quotes, policy changes, manage claim activity for clients in accordance with carrier guidelines and policy contract language, oversee marketing and online presence of agency. Signed the Bishop Ludden Board of Trustees, City of Syracuse Board of Assessment Review, 2000 to present. USF&G Insurance Commercial Lines Underwriter, back in the day. So basically, he's an insurance agent, and because his brother, I believe, was a city auditor, I guess that makes him qualified to value real estate. I'm going to suggest to you that Carl Masterpool has no business being on this Board of Assessment Review. The only reason he's on it is cronyism. Susan Straub, 1987 to 2017. Worked for Mackenzie Hughes as a paralegal. She also worked for Monroe Title for many years. Let's see. And Contact Community Services. Special Lines Worker. And that County Helpline. Volunteer. Okay, education. Paralegal studies. So she's a paralegal, and so which means she does title work, things of that nature. I do not know what any of that has to do with real estate valuation. And it's great that she's a paralegal. I'm certain she's good at it. Did great work, but it's got nothing to do with real estate valuation. I'm going to suggest that she has no business being on this board. What her connections are to be on this board, I don't know. Michael Bavanese. He's a young guy. Looks like he graduated from college in 2016. That would probably put him at about 29 years old. Let's see. He's worked for Hunt Real Estate for January to May. That's a year and a half at Hunt Real Estate. He worked for Taubman Company. That Taubman guy, if it's the one I'm thinking of, was a mall developer. He spent a little time in jail. He's dead now. but mall development, and he worked for Pyramid, doing mall type stuff. He's in the real estate business, and that's good. And a lot of it is mall related stuff, so it'd be great for valuing malls maybe. But I don't know about residential and other commercial. But but at least he's in the real estate business. We got Donna Moore. Donna worked at the Northeast Community Center, Director of Workforce Development. She on Doggy Hill Volunteer Fire Department, centers at St. Camilla's Health and Rehab Center, Syracuse City School District. Let's see, Director of Workforce Development, clients served doubled under my leadership, created workshops and host job fairs and participants, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not seeing anything that's related to real estate valuation. Donna Moore, okay, it says it's continuing on. Scheduling and team management, so on and so forth. I'm just not seeing anything relevant to real estate valuation. whereas my experience is, let's see, what year is this? I've been involved in marketing real estate since probably about 2001, so 24 years. And I'm a real estate broker, and I was a small claims assessment review hearing officer for 4 years in 6 counties, and I've advocated for property owners in 32 counties so far, and hundreds of cases that I've participated in establishing values of properties. I don't know how Donna, no disrespect to Donna, I'm certain she's good at what she does, but what she does has nothing to do with real estate valuation. She's not qualified to even know what I'm talking about. I'm going to say the same thing. Vavanese, he's young, he's inexperienced, but at least he's in the industry. Straub, paralegal, I'm certain she's good at what she does, but it has nothing to do with real estate valuation. Carl Masterpool, he has no real estate valuation experience. He's not qualified to even know what I'm talking about. Joe Sayam, he's been a real estate broker for many years. He should know, but he just behaves, in an unbiased fashion. He doesn't seem to understand the concept of unequal, and he seems to have a certain agenda, and that's to help the assessor, to facilitate the assessor. So I really don't view him as being a separate level of appeal. And so I think, and I will also say that this bar, the city of Syracuse, is more than 50% non-white, the population. This bar is completely white, and they appear to be quite Catholic. And Anthony Saya always wants me to swear the truth, so help me God. And I would rather leave God out of it because, my religious beliefs are that God doesn't get involved in assessment matters. So we probably ought to leave it out of it. Also, he wants to swear everybody in to tell the truth and all this stuff. And yet the last hearing I had, the deputy assessor lied approximately 6 times. And I didn't see him taken up on perjury. So what's the point, What's the point? And Anthony Saya, he's the chairman, and I will also say that the assessor's office is awfully white too. So there isn't a whole lot of diversity going on, and many of my clients are they're not Catholic and they're not white, and they just don't feel that they can get a fair hearing. So I think something needs to be done about that. But all I ask them to do is act in good faith. In the last hearing, they acknowledged that none of them had reviewed the petition before the hearing. That's what they're paid to do, but they're not doing it. And I asked them to look into these things in good faith, but I don't think that they do. I asked the city of Syracuse assessor to act in good faith, and I asked them to be transparent and accountable about their work. but they don't want to do that. And so I have a problem with the Board of Assessment Review. It appears to be collusion with the assessor, and that there's no separate level of appeal. And I think it's highly improper, and something needs to be done. Coming from the property tax guy.